Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Two Bald Bros podcast, episode 22, I think. It's probably 22. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know, we're getting through the monotonous year that is already this year. I'm currently looking into the future because we record usually 2 episodes when we get together.
Yeah.
I'm currently very hungry. I probably haven't drank a lot, and you know, to future Abel, I say this: hang in there, man.
Hang in there.
It's only 1 week of DJ Port season, and you got a couple months to go. So you know, hopefully you're hanging in there and you're doing all the good things. But we got to get into, we have to do a little football recap. Can I
mention one quick thing before we do football recap?
Yes.
That shirt is looking mighty dapper on you, sir. Do you see the shirt? Look at this shirt. I don't know how much you can really, like, do a zoom in. This shirt looks really good.
I don't usually dress up for the podcast, but
he showed me up today.
As part of my consistency and podcasting ways, I'm going to try and show up a little bit better for my, podcasting situation. So I happen to have this lying around. Shout out to Lisa, Amanda's mom, who got this nice little get up for me with the shirt and the matching flannel.
That flannel is, I like that.
It's kind of nice, right?
I like it a lot.
I kind of want to do more of this.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I know. I'm kind of excited about it.
And it looks good on you too.
It does.
Man.
It does. It's crazy what happens when you wear clothes that actually fit you and aren't too tight.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how. It's crazy how that works. As I wear this gigantic oversized t-shirt.
That looks good though. What is that? That's Demon Slayer. Yeah, it is.
Demon Slayer.
It took me a second. I had to look at it. Yes, but I like that as the Beatles. That's good.
Thanks, man.
That's good. But as always, everyone, Two Bald Bros podcast, please, if you can, like, comment, and subscribe. Give us all of our stuff. Help us out. Apple Podcast, Spotify, the YouTubes, and all the usual socials that I'll go through later. But we have to talk about. So we're in the midst of the 2024 NFL seasons recap, I guess, and we're about to get into the playoffs. I think actually this coming week, or this past week, if you're watching this when the episode comes out, we're getting into some playoff games, some wild card games. So how was your NFL season this year?
It was great, man. I loved every minute of it.
All right, now tell me the truth.
Okay,
right.
So I haven't watched the Jets in 10 weeks.
Yeah.
They're a disaster. I think what really did it, I could deal with losing because I've known nothing but losing outside of a couple of fluke years for the past 33 years of my life. I can deal with losing. It's the other bullshit that comes with the Jets. You know what I mean? Like, it's the fact that we found out that the owner's son is basically in his ear telling him that, like, to nix trades because of how
Madden
the player's
scores?
Madden rating is. Like, it's things that aren't good. Like, when you have teenagers running amok in the locker room, you're probably a shit franchise and you should probably like go to hell, you know? So I went on a hiatus where I, like, for I think 3 or 4 weeks in a row, I just added Woody Johnson on random things saying sell the team. And I think for 2025, I'm going to bring it back and just see if I could do for the entire year.
I seen the comments. I seen them.
Yeah. Like, he's just a clown.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to run a football organization. And I would highly suggest that he either sell the team, or if not, do what James Dolan did with the Knicks and really hire people that know how to fully run a team and don't fucking touch it. Don't let your kids in the locker room. Don't even breathe on it. Just let it run itself. Like, don't even think, just think of it as an asset that you have to make money. Because I'll tell you what, if the Jets continue on this course, like, I hope that they just don't sell any tickets and it comes to a point where it's not making money and he's forced to sell the team. Like, that's how bad it is.
Right.
I really hope that somehow we can strong arm him into selling the team to somebody who cares. Because, like, as soon as I heard his kids told him to nix a trade for Jerry Jeudy because of his Madden rating, I was like, this is a joke. Like, the entire thing's a fucking facade. Like, just stop. Like, that's not real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that you let your fucking teenage kids tell you that this is okay to do in professional sports.
That's actually crazy.
It's crazy.
I thought that was fake when it came out, like, because it doesn't sound like something that's real.
It's real. I'll tell you what, stick to making baby powder and fucking baby products, Johnson & Johnson, and stop running football organizations. This is fucking crazy. Like, God. I never in my life, like, I can't wait for the day he sells this team to Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or somebody who will actually fucking just let the proper people run the shit.
So so he took over the team when like Sanchez and Rex Ryan were there. Is that when
he's had the Jets before that?
Oh, he had the Jets even before that.
He's had the Jets for
Oh, see, I don't even know.
forever. Yeah, I would have to look it up, to be honest.
Interesting.
With you.
Okay.
Maybe if I'll tell him and we'll put it here.
Yeah.
But
that was like the last time they had a playoff anything run, right? It was when Rex Ryan and Sanchez.
So the Jets have the longest. I said this
The
in
drought,
the beginning. They have the longest drought in professional sports.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, they still have it.
Spoiler alert, they still have it. Spoiler alert, going into like 2030, they still have it. Because they're just pathetic.
Yeah.
They have no future.
Yeah.
All the young players who are any good on the team are already talking about wanting to leave.
Right, they want to leave. Obviously,
like, I can't even be mad. Like, normally I'm like, oh, be a team guy.
You knew this was going to happen, though. You called this whole thing.
But what would I wouldn't stay.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck you. I don't want to stay here. Mm-hmm. And the unfortunate part for a lot of them is that because a lot of them are first round picks, the Jets hold their 5th-year option.
Yeah.
So they're just going to keep them for another year and make them stick it out.
Wow.
And then
they're
going to
be miserable.
Yeah, they'll be miserable and they won't play well. And then
it's going to be like we were just talking about, like Sam Darnold and Geno Smith and Baker Mayfield, how they leave these teams, these shit teams,
the shit organizations,
and they actually become the players they're supposed to be.
Yeah, of course, because
what the fuck?
You know what I think would be the ultimate. Like, I just hope somehow next year, like, I hope one of them like comes back to the Jets full circle next year. Right. And it's just like, and then they suck again, because that's like perfect Jets apropos. Like, bring back, like, I'll tell you what, if the Vikings decide they want to move forward with JJ McCarthy, who they drafted last year, like, bring back Sam Darnold, and then he'll come here and he'll go 5-10 because 5-11 because it's the Jets and they suck.
Yep.
And like, that'll be the perfect like full circle moment. You know what I'm saying? Bring back Rex Ryan. Bring back Sam Darnold.
Yeah, they interviewed him.
Yeah,
for the coaching
because go
position.
backwards. That's what you do is go backwards. It's a good idea.
Well, they figured they can't go anywhere else, so why not just
hire somebody right for the first time in your fucking pathetic life.
Right.
Hire somebody. Hire Mike Vrabel. Hire somebody who'll know how to run a team.
So obviously, you guys are going to probably lose Rodgers and Adams. And like
Rodgers is going to retire. Yeah. Adams will go somewhere else.
Yep.
It's fine. Yeah. I don't know why we did it when we did it anyway. None of that made any sense.
The Adams thing was weird when it happened.
We took Devontae Adams when we were on a 4-game losing streak.
It was way too late.
Like, it was already too late. You should have done that in the beginning of the season. And then maybe you had a shot at doing something.
Right.
But like, even then, the way they've played, the offensive line's been not good. Rodgers looks like a shell of himself. Like, it just is what it is. It's the Jets, bro.
Wild.
Oh, and the biggest part of all that I will say is, I'm not even fully, if you really look at stats, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been bad.
No, it's just as a team, they're just not.
The Jets defense went from 3rd in the league to like bottom 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that fallout has to be studied by some type of Guinness Book of World Records.
Did they really even lose people? Like, they really didn't lose anyone,
They
right?
lost a handful of players that weren't like marquee guys. Yeah. But like, you wouldn't look at it and go, oh, they're gonna go to bottom 5.
That's so crazy to me.
It's the Jets.
Yeah.
That's just all you could say is that's the Jets in a nutshell. Like, it is what, like, they're unfathomable, the stupid shit that they pull off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect to see a good Jets team for like this. I said it earlier this year that if the Jets didn't make the playoffs and shit like that, this is literally a set the franchise back another 10 years. That's what it's going to do, because now they're going to have to restart.
Christ, man.
No quarterback's going to want to come here. Yeah. They're going to have to draft someone. Mm-hmm. That's going to take time to develop. The Jets, by the way, the Jets have never drafted one that's turned out well for them.
No.
So, like, good luck with the whole process again. Like, set the franchise back another 10 years easily. All the good guys on the team, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall, they'll all leave after their 5th-year option. That sucks.
Those guys are good. Those guys,
they are good players.
Yeah,
they
it just sucks.
Breece Hall took a step back this year. Garrett Wilson's one of the only rookie wide receivers to have 3 consecutive 1,000-yard years. So he's going to go eventually.
Wow.
Sauce Gardner, he took a big step back this year in terms of being good, but he's still a solid corner. Like, all those guys are going to just walk at the end of their contracts, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I don't blame them at all.
That's what happens when you're working with a shit organization, I guess.
You're going to go, and I get it. You know, like, cool. Good for you guys. You know, all I can say is that, like, this is the worst time in my life that I've ever been like, I don't want to root for the Jets anymore. Like, that's how done I am. I haven't watched football in 10 weeks.
That's
like, I just don't care.
Right.
I set my fantasy lineups just to see what was going on.
Yeah.
And by the way, I actually made some money this year. So
nice. Good job, man.
I came in 2nd in one league, but I still made money.
You made money.
And then another league,
I did not make money.
I was first in that league the entire year. And then I lost my playoff game. And I was like, okay, great. So, so that's that. But I did at least make money. I think I put in $80 total this year, and I think I walked away with like $120. I mean, I made $40. Like, fine,
you're up.
Is what it is.
Even if the Jets are down, you're up.
Yeah, pretty much. So there's that. But yeah, the Jets suck. But on lighter note, the Eagles are in the playoffs. Saquon Barkley did not get the rushing title.
Yeah. So I'm fighting back and forth with this. At one part, I think every NFL fan just wanted to see him like really go for it. it just would have made for like an even better story. Like, not only would you have done it, you would have done it against the team that really, like, literally just said, like, go, we don't need you. We're gonna pay Daniel Jones $40 million a year instead of paying a $12 million quarterback, and then maybe fixing the line.
Yeah.
So I first off just want to thank the New York Giants for not only giving us Saquon Barkley, but giving me maybe one of the best NFL Hard Knocks videos that I watch maybe at least a couple of times a week, just because it comes under my algorithm. The owner of the New York Giants is losing sleep.
Oh, definitely.
And he will not stop losing sleep. And I really think they need to fire that GM. I think he got to go bye.
Probably.
But I don't think they will. I don't think they need to fire their coach. I think I mean he was just coach of the year last year, wasn't he? Or the year before that?
2 years ago?
2 years ago?
Something like that.
Listen, I don't think it's him. I think it's their office. They made a bad decision. Whoever was the guy that told the GM to not let him go, because if you do, like, someone like the Eagles would pick him up. Someone needs to hire that guy and needs to promote. He needs a bigger job title. He needs more money, because that guy knows what he's talking about. I would say as a whole, the Eagles really won the draft and they won the offseason. Yeah. Between the Saquon thing, picking up those two corners that we picked up, Cooper DeJean and the other guy. Terrible at names.
Yeah,
Never going to get him right.
I'm not going to lie to you. Right. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's really good.
And on top of that, utilizing Jason Kelsey to help them pick a center paid off dividends, because Jurgen is his name? Jurgens. Just looking at some of the highlights, he's done some really good things, and honestly, I think his talent's just gonna keep going up and up and up. Seeing Devontae Smith and AJ Brown doing their thing this year was good.
Shout out, by the way, former New York Jet on your offensive line.
Yes,
Mekhi Becton.
Yes, he did amazing this year. They were worried about that.
The Jets never decided to kick him inside the guard, and the Eagles did.
Yep,
and turned out to be a really good guard.
Yeah, our line's insane.
Again, shout out to a player who moves on from the Jets and becomes a really good player.
Sucks, man.
It's life.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. So now we have. I mean, the Eagles. I'm very happy where they ended up. Even though I wanted to see Saquon break that record, the dude still ran for 2,000 yards, which I think he's only one of 9 people to do it or something like that. Right. So, which is insane.
Packers.
So we're facing the Packers. We did beat them once this year, and that was when we were still kind of fresh and didn't really know what Saquon was going to do.
That was a tough game too.
It was in Brazil. It was the Brazil game. Yeah, so
it
was kind of tough, but we still squeaked it out. So very curious to see what happens, because I think the Packers are very underrated, and I think they look very good. I'm curious to see what they do. So just going through the playoff picture real quick, we'll do the NFC first. So we have the line, and I don't think anything changes regardless of the wins now, because I think we just got through a bunch of games. So I think we're all right. But so the NFC bracket, we got Lions at number 1. You got Eagles at number 2 versus Panthers at number 7. Packers at number 7. You have Rams at number 3 versus Commanders at number 6.
Good game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Good game.
And then you got Bucks versus Vikings, 4 and 5.
Bucks and Vikings is actually
Bucks and Vikings should be a good game too, and your boy Sam Darnold. It's fucking crazy.
Man, Sam Darnold, bro. Listen, shout out to Sam Darnold doing his thing, man.
Yep.
It's funny because I've come full circle. As being a Jets fan, you always go, "Oh man, the Jets messed up again, and they didn't draft the right guy." But like, shout out to like Sam Darnold and Geno Smith for making something of their careers after the Jets. It just goes to show you that like really the organization that drafts you really is so important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like as much as I love the Jets and I have bled green my entire life, like at some point I'm at the point now where I'm like, it really is just the organization. Like they're bad. And it just is what it is. There's no other way you could phrase it. Like it's just they're bad. And until something changes at the very top, you cut the head off the steak, nothing changes.
Sucks.
So shout out Sam Darnold. I hope, great congratulations on the playoffs, and hopefully, again, I told Abel this right. I know he's going to go through the rest of the playoff picture. I'm just anybody but the Chiefs.
Yep. And speaking of which, number 1 seed, Chiefs received the bye. You got Bills versus Broncos, number 2 and number 7. You got Ravens versus Steelers, number 3 versus number 6, which is always a game. It's always a game. And you got Texans versus Chargers, 4 and 5.
That's an interesting game too.
Texans. Yeah, I don't know much about the Chargers this season. I don't know.
The Chargers kind of flew under the radar, but the Texans limped into the playoffs.
They did, and they were looking really good in the beginning of the season too. They just they had a rough second half of the season.
They lost 2 of their top 3 receivers, and now it's just like I think that they're not quite there yet. You know what I mean? Like I think that once those receivers get healthy, they're probably a couple pieces away on defense from being really, really elite. But I think like the next couple years they might take over if CJ Stroud can turn it. He had a bit of a down year from last year after being a rookie sensation. But I think they're dangerous nonetheless with CJ and freaking what the hell's his name? Nico Collins. He's really good too.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I think the Bills cakewalk the Broncos.
100%. I was gonna say, does Josh Allen get MVP?
I think he should, but I think Lamar's gonna end up.
You think Lamar's gonna get it?
Yeah, I think so. If it was me, I would go Josh Allen.
You know what's crazy is that Burrow had the most passing yards and most touchdowns this year. That's kind of sad.
And his defense was worse than the league or some shit like that, or second worst in the league.
Their team was just awful, but like
him and
his
Jamar
stats,
Chase are just ridiculous.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like
they didn't squeak into the playoffs, huh? Even after that win.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if there were any playoff implications with them. I don't think they did. I think something already had to happen that didn't happen. I could be wrong.
Probably.
But either way, I'll tell you what. I'll put the updated brackets in case something does change here, but I don't think anything is. I kind of agree with Aaron's sentiment of please don't let the Chiefs three-peat because I don't want to see it.
I would love nothing more than to see, because the Bills have been red hot.
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than to see Josh Allen's arc come full circle. As much as I don't like the Bills.
I want him to take down,
but I kind of want him to take down. I want him to be the one to take down. Yeah,
I do too.
Like either him or Lamar to an extent. Right. But like if he did it and went into Arrowhead and like just beat the brakes off the Chiefs, I'd love nothing more.
I think
but the refs are in the Chiefs' pockets anye. At me if you want.
Yeah, it's fine. I really in my perfect world, I'd like to see the championship games be Chiefs, Bills, and Lions, Eagles. I would really like to see Lions, Eagles because that's been like a big debate all season.
Lions, Eagles would be
it'd be fucking insane
in Detroit.
It'd be insane. And honestly, if the Eagles did lose that and the Lions went, I wouldn't even be mad because it's Detroit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like so, like in a perfect world, like I would hope that happened. But listen, I think the Packers kind of scare me, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Are scary.
Yeah,
Commanders are scary.
Yep, the Commander. Yeah, dude, he's amazing.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is fucking really like that guy. Just comes out of nowhere, and I mean, listen, even Baker Mayfield too has been having his moments. I mean, we just watched Mike Evans get $3 million over that last 5-yard pass. That was nice.
Good for you. And listen, can we just? I mean, like, listen, can we just give a quick shout out to Mike Evans?
We really
can. Consistency.
Yeah,
like. You know what it is?
11 seasons, 1,000 yards passing.
Let me tell you what it is. Sometimes we get so hype into like there's always like the big receiver, right? Like the big name receiver. There's like, we went through the phase of like Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones. And you get these guys who are like huge receivers. Everybody falls in love with them.
Yep.
And they have a couple of really good seasons and then like Calvin Johnson retires early. Julio Jones, unfortunately, kind of falls off a cliff later in his career. Mike Evans just had his 11th 1,000-yard season.
It's fucking awesome.
Passing Randy Moss.
I didn't even know he was
and this
like
guy
that.
never gets talked about like that in the top 5, top 10 receivers of today. This guy, all he does is go out there and ball every year. And never gets hurt. And like
anytime that guy's ever been on my fantasy team, it's always paying dividends.
Like you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Every year you're gonna get 1,000 yards and like somewhere between 7 to 11 touchdowns every year. And you're just like, great.
Solid.
Shout out Mike Evans, dude.
Yeah.
And the guy him. Like for a position where like most of the guys are known for being like divas, he never says anything, and you're just like he just goes out there.
No, he's actually very quiet.
He never says anything. Dude just goes out there and balls.
It's like, true. The guy's really quiet.
Like, and you don't see that these days. And I have an appreciation for players like that in any sport that just go out there and they'll just beat the shit out of you, and you're just like, I don't have to say it because I did it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I love guys like that. So shout out Mike Evans for doing his thing for the past 11 seasons. Crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Shout out Baker for the redemption.
Baker redemption arc is
like there
real.
was such a, if you really think about it, there was such a chance there that coming down off Brady, like you had to think in the back of Mike Evans' mind, he was like, oh man, coming off of Brady, now I'm going to Baker. Am I going to be able to keep up these 1,000-yard seasons?
He did his thing.
Shout out Baker for, again, another quarterback, left the Browns and fucking came, and everybody wrote him off for dead. He went and bounced around a couple of the teams, wound up on Tampa, coming up to Brady after Brady left. And he's just done his thing.
Dude, there's a lot of teams on here. Dude, the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, how many years? But listen, he's had a winning season every year he's been a coach of the Steelers.
Hell of a coach.
That's what it is. Like, he's a hell of a coach, but like for some reason they've won one Super Bowl in between that time.
The Steelers limped into the playoffs this year, though.
100%. They're the 6th seed, but like that has to say something about him having a winning record every year.
100%.
That's cool. Does Lamar Jackson like get further into the playoffs than he has? Like, you know what I mean? Like, does he? I don't know.
I think the AFC obstacle will always be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like, that just is what it is.
And the Bills look great right now. And like, listen, the Bills were coming into a season 2 where they lost so much, and look what they did. Like, that's Josh Allen right there.
Josh Allen.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Lamar might get his second MVP, like we just said. You know, like Derrick Henry's been freaking crazy this year with him.
I've always loved Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry went to and like everybody was like, "Oh, Derrick Henry's washed, took a step back."
He was my first draft this year in my draft. Yeah, and it was an easy pick. I had no doubt.
Yeah. Him and Lamar, you just had a feeling if they hit, you were like, that's gonna be nasty.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that's sick. I'm trying to see who else is on here. How the Rams doing? Are the Rams
the Rams just hang around, bro?
They do.
They limp. They like got hurt early in the season.
But they're third seed,
and they're the third seed, and they hung around, and they've been. San Francisco took a big nosedive this year.
The NFC is just weird.
NFC's weird, like
the AFC. You could have guessed most of these teams.
Like that's the thing. There's a shot. You could even say there's a shot that like really think about how this arc would go. So like there's a shot that like the Rams can end up going to Detroit. Matthew Stafford goes back to Detroit and like has to play them to get into a potential Super Bowl. Like,
that's true.
Really think about that.
That's true because Lions are going to face the worst seeded team, right?
Yeah.
So let's see so you got the Packer. I mean, listen, if the Eagles play if the Eagles somehow if they lose to the Packers, like it's Packers Lions.
Packers Lions.
Right. Or if the Eagles beat the Packers and the Commanders beat the Rams, it's Commanders Lions,
which is a great game too.
Or if the Rams beat the Commanders and the Vikings beat the Bucks, it's Lions Vikings.
There's
some good games there.
There's all good games. But the NFC is more fun than the AFC this year, to be honest with you.
It's true. Listen, I don't think the Broncos are going to beat the Bills.
I don't think so.
So, which means it would either be Chiefs. It could be Chiefs Steelers. It could be Chiefs Chargers, or if the Ravens win and the Texans win, it's Chiefs Texans.
Chiefs Texans isn't that much of a game to me.
Nah,
because I think the Texans
limped in too.
Yeah, I think the Texans would lose.
Right, the Texans just won the division.
That's the thing. The Chiefs always get the easy path, and then the only game they're gonna have is the championship game. It's gonna be tough, which is either gonna be the Bills or, in my opinion,
or the
Bills
Ravens.
Or the Ravens.
Yeah, 100%.
So and don't forget, Week 1 this year we had a classic where the Ravens almost did beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. And I think the Bills, if I'm not mistaken, went into Arrowhead, and I think they beat them this year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did. So, either one of those games is good and not an easy out for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's
the Chiefs have had a down year, despite what everybody says.
They're
13-3, but they're the worst 13-3 team I've ever seen.
They've had 7 or 8 games where
one score games.
One score games.
Yeah, 100%.
So
they're not
and
exactly
they could have went either
high.
way. No, they're not red hot right now. They're not.
Oh, it's always the red hot teams that end up making it far in the playoffs. And right now the Bills are the red hot. The
Bills are hot.
The Bills, the Lions are still really good.
The Lions are still good. Yeah, I mean, listen, I really think the
Bills
Eagles,
Lions Super Bowl will be fun. Think about it.
No, I would love that. But listen,
Bills,
I
Eagles.
just as an Eagles fan,
of course
they do not look like they did last year. I mean, you remember I went to that fucking Jets Eagles game and it was downhill from there. And I blame myself for dancing in that fucking circle with that guy. I'm gonna put the video here for fun so that everyone can just see it because it was a fun moment. But I pretty much I blame myself for the way the Eagles went down last year.
Yeah.
Because they literally lost 6 games in a row, and I said it doesn't matter who they face, they're gonna lose. And who did they face? They faced the Bucks.
They faced the Bucks.
Fucking Baker Mayfield took us down.
Wiped you. I remember that. I was like, oh shit.
Baker, I told you, no matter who they face, they are going to lose.
Yeah.
But they do not look like they looked last year. They look really good this year. And I think at least they are making it to the championship game.
As long as Jalen's concussion situation is good, hopefully, I think you guys will be fine.
Hopefully they just held them back.
Yeah, hopefully they just let them.
Like I said, in my perfect world, it's Lions Eagles and it's Chiefs Bills, and I
think what goes overlooked is that in the playoffs, obviously, we've come so accustomed to the fact that now football is very pass heavy.
Yeah,
and but right now, the Eagles are going to go into the playoffs with the best back in football, arguably between him and Derrick Henry, riding into the playoffs.
Right.
So, if Saquon can continue the hot streak and just keep clock management and Jalen doesn't have to do overly too much, you guys could go to the playoffs.
I mean to the Super Bowl. I think we're gonna get close. I mean, listen, especially after not letting Saquon break the record. Me, I need to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Even if for some reason we don't win, I need to get to the Super Bowl at this point.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I think Detroit's your biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
Going to Detroit and winning is going to be tough. If you have to do that.
Yeah.
If they don't get knocked by somebody else.
But. I mean, is that what happened last year though? Because who went last year? It was Chiefs. Who the fuck went to the Super Bowl last year? It wasn't Chiefs.
Detroit. It was Chiefs.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'm gonna have to look this up.
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, I don't even remember. Oh, San Francisco.
It was San Francisco. That's right.
Yeah, San Francisco.
That's right.
Yeah, I was like, damn, who'd they play last year? San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm just. I think we got some good games coming. Like I said, I'm just gonna be biased and hope that the Eagles go to the Super Bowl.
And that Super Bowl hangover is real, huh? They always say the team that loses the Super Bowl always has a really down year. In San Francisco, took the cake this year.
Bad.
They were really bad.
Injured.
Right out the gate. Like they beat the shit out of the Jets in week 1, and then from there they were just downhill.
Just bad.
It was just not good.
Were they like the?
I think they won like 6 teams this year.
10 worst teams, right? Like they were the top 10. They were in the top 10.
They were not good. They were just injury riddled.
Who really bit it the worst? It wasn't the Jets though. It was between Patriots and the Giants, right?
Who had like the worst?
Who had the worst year? I think the Patriots lose if they lost.
I think the number 1 pick in the draft is already done. I think it's the Giants.
No, I thought it was the Patriots because the Giants.
Maybe
the Giants won. The Giants won the last game. The Eagles beat them. Yeah, so they ended up 4 and whatever.
Yeah,
and I think the Patriots ended up 3 and whatever. So yeah, I think it's Patriots Giants.
I know the Jets are going to end up with a top 10 pick, but they're not going to be in the top 5.
No, what are they? 5 and they have 5
wins? Yeah, 5 and something. But they're probably going to lose to Miami today as we sit here with this next to us.
Yeah, like literally, we're watching.
I keep peeking over.
Yeah, we're watching. We're watching the 4 o'clock games right now. So if you happen to see us peek over, that's what we're looking at. But yeah, very curious to see where we end with the NFL. So that's our little NFL recap. It's a good season. Let's do pick your poison.
Pick your poison?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
You're gonna go. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
I think we got 10 rounds in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Oh boy. We haven't played this in a while. Kind of excited.
Wake up naked next to your best friend's significant other.
It's probably not a good idea.
Get waterboarded at Guantanamo Bay.
I'm getting waterboarded. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I mean, like, wake up naked next to your best friend.
To be fair,
probably not.
To be fair, I'm kind of curious how I would handle being waterboarded, so I will go ahead and be. Aren't you curious?
No,
you've never watched it on like TV or like.
Nope.
And just be like, I wonder how I can handle that.
Nope.
I'm curious.
Not one. Nope. Not ever. Not once.
All right, whatever.
I'll put these up here.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm kind of curious myself, so I would. I'm gonna get waterboarded and not sleep next to whoever I would sleep next to. Have your Facebook automatically post one conspiracy theory meme each day. That just sounds like fun.
Nice.
Make dinosaur noises when you come.
That sounds like fun too.
I don't know why, but I immediately go back to Step Brothers where he's like, I always just wanted to be a dinosaur. Just rah. I mean, so have your Facebook automatically post one conspiracy theory meme each day.
That sounds like fun.
That sounds like fun.
That does, because it's just dramatic.
I mean, really, I could coin flip this.
I could really coin flip that, to be honest with you. I'll go with the Facebook theories.
I understand,
because I feel like the dinosaur thing would be funny for like a couple days, and then it would be like.
See, I would do this just to annoy Amanda.
Yeah, because that's who you are.
Because that's who I am. Yeah. She can't stand my ass.
Fall in love immediately with every person you see naked.
I mean, that's usually what I do, but go ahead.
so Abel's life. Laugh uncontrollably every time you see someone naked for the first time.
Again, that's what I do. So, like, what are we talking about here? These are literally both me.
These are both you.
All right, so laugh controllably when I see someone naked, or fall in love.
For the first time.
For the first time.
For the first time.
Only the first time.
Only the first time.
Or fall in love with everyone I see that is naked.
Correct.
I mean, I'm just going to take the high road here and laugh at everyone the first time. Fair. Because deep down, I know that I'd probably fall in love with everyone that's willing to get naked in front of me.
So imagine falling in love immediately with every person you see naked and then like going to a nudist beach. Like, would you just be constantly?
Would I just be constantly falling in love? Or like, what about watching TV? Like, do I instantly fall in love with them? Does it have to be in person? Doesn't really say that. And for those of you that are wondering, I just watched Lioness very recently, and there's a lot to be in love with there. There's a lot to be in love with there.
So yeah,
watch Lioness, guys.
Yeah, watch Lioness. It's very good.
I mean, if nothing else, I could just start with Zoe Saldana and just you just go from there.
You
all right,
work your
guys.
way down.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Give every partner you have an STD, but never get an STD yourself.
Wow,
diabolical. Exclusively date people opposite your normal gender preference.
Yeah, it's the first one.
It's the first one.
It's definitely the first one. That's probably
exclusively date people opposite your normal gender preference.
So that would
so
be
I'm not dating. I'm
men.
not dating dudes.
Yeah, that's not happening. So whatever the other one is what it is.
Yeah, we're giving every partner you have an STD, but you never get one yourself.
That's also tremendously selfish.
Yes,
but like
the word that came to mind was actually selfish.
Yeah, it's very selfish, but selfish. That's 100% what I'm doing.
Yeah,
it's not even debatable.
I'm not even dating dudes.
You know, we're good.
So
be unable to sleep with someone until you drink a glass of their urine.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if I could read this.
You have to.
Have sex with your mom with your dad's lower half.
Have sex with your mom with your dad's lower half. I'm drinking the urine.
Yo.
What?
I need everybody. Have sex with your mom with your dad's lower half.
That's disgusting.
That's the grossest card
disgusting.
I've ever read in my life.
Who thought of that? Who fucking writes these cards? Who
thought of that?
You people are sick.
That's the wildest thing I've ever read. That's crazy.
Why am I thinking about it? That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please let's move on.
I hate this game, but I also love it.
Yeah, facts.
Only be able to sleep with people you find unattractive.
Nice.
Bring a prostitute home for the holidays.
I'm probably bringing a prostitute.
I'm bringing a prostitute home for the holidays. I'm only going to be able to sleep with people I find unattractive.
Yeah, that's no. How would that even work?
I've tried that before. It doesn't work, guys.
That's.
Go ahead. You heard it here first.
Anyway,
that gong is going to pay dividends.
It's already paid for. It's paid for itself a time over.
Yeah, so we're bringing home the prostitute for the holidays, guys.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's
honestly the prostitute might be fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah,
you know. Work on the receiving end of a glory hole.
Whoa.
Watch a sex tape of your significant other and their most recent ex.
Okay.
Can I choose death?
Oh,
Is
okay.
death an option?
All right, so I'm on the receiving end of a glory hole. Or I'm watching
a sex tape of your significant other with their most recent ex.
How did I get this pull?
Yeah, this is a hell of a pull. Best of luck, brother. I don't even know if I'm answering this.
Okay, wait. So the card doesn't say, though, that it has to be a recent video. I'm not being on the receiving end of a glory hole because you don't know what's on the other side of that.
You might end up with a horse.
Yeah, the fucking horse. I was just thinking another guy, but okay, a horse.
Well, I was saying a guy who's like a horse.
Oh, I'm on the receiving end too, so I don't even know how I'm receiving.
Yep.
I'm watching the video. I'm watching the video.
You're watching the whole thing?
Yeah. To not be on the receiving end? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching the video.
I'm leaning there too, but I'm not going to be happy after. You know what I mean? Like either way, I'm definitely not going to be happy after. A tape? That's crazy.
Not the tape.
You better hope that the tape is like it better be a VHS. You know what I mean? Well, it can't be like recorded on iPhone 16, 2023.
Based off of ages, a VHS actually would not be the best scenario.
Actually, I take that back.
VHS would not be the move.
Oops. Okay, but I also can't see like recorded on iPhone 2023. You know what I mean? No. Can't see that either.
No, if I had to watch anything before like October 13th of 2022,
right? That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Living, but anything after that, we're not good.
Right? Like we're not good. Like that's crazy.
Be unable to pee without looking into someone else's eyes, or eat a popsicle made from the judge's urine. Who's the judge?
Who's the judge? Is the judge you? Is the judge you of the game? It's supposed to be a multiplayer game.
Oh, that's right. And there's a judge. Let's just say
it's your urine.
Let's just say eat a popsicle made from. Yeah, I guess am I the one judging?
Apparently.
All right,
so I have to I have to eat a popsicle of your urine, or what?
Yes, or be unable to pee without looking into someone's eyes.
No offense, brother. I'm not eating.
You shouldn't.
I'm not eating your.
Why
urine.
would you? I would not be offended.
There's no.
I can look
way.
at someone's eyes while I pee.
I'll look at someone's eyes.
I'm totally fine with it.
That's fine. Actually, it kind of makes it less awkward.
I'll make direct eye contact to not have to taste someone's pee.
But I'm not tasting someone's pee. Someone else's pee? No.
What goes on? Oh no.
Always let out a loud fart 2 minutes into sex.
A loud fart 2 minutes in, so I'm already done. I'm kidding. Am I?
Call your partner's mother right after you have sex every time to tell her how it was.
Oh, the fart. The fart. Why am I getting these stupid pulls?
Lisa bought you this nice shirt.
Oh, she did. She
doesn't want to hear that.
Calling her.
She doesn't want to hear that.
Holy shit.
She'd be like, "Why are you on my phone?"
Hope she never watches this thing. This is the one time I don't need viewership.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, obviously I'm not calling her. So the fart.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
is crazy.
Every time. I'm not calling her.
That's wild.
I'll call her every time.
Like 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
She wasn't on her best performance
Right.
tonight. I need you to talk to her.
Right.
You know
We
what I'm
had a
saying?
solid 2. Kind of like what I did in the bathroom after. A solid 2.
Solid 2.
Right.
Like that's awkward in
Right.
and of itself. You know what I mean? Like
11 out of 10 tonight.
11
We
out-
fucking
great
really
night.
did it.
Great night. Great night. You might have a grandchild, by the way. Who knows?
Nope. Not touching that. Not even doing that. All right, here we go. Discover your significant other has been sending your nudes to their friends in the group chat.
My nudes?
Your nudes.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Attempt to break dance at your next work function.
Yeah, I'm probably attempting to break
I would
dance.
think you're going to break dance.
I'm going to attempt to break dance. It's not going to be pretty. I'm probably going to tear an ACL.
Right. I'm going to be like that chick at the Olympics.
But yeah.
I'll probably do better than her,
The
to be
squeaks
honest.
and everything.
Yeah,
though.
what the hell was her name?
I don't
forgot.
even know. Who cares?
Yeah. They literally canceled breakdancing at the Olympics because of her.
Like,
so congratulations.
Nudes of me is just unfortunate for the group chat. Like I feel bad.
It's unfortunate for who I'm dating.
Yeah,
like, sorry. Like, you asked for this if you really want it here. God, Jesus Christ. Well, that
was fun.
That's pick your poison. I feel like that was fast this time around.
It was a little quicker this
That's
time
fine.
around.
I'll take it. And now we're gonna end it with a very interesting "Am I the Asshole?" because I didn't hear. We haven't really read the whole thing, but the topic was funny.
So I also will mention this is a little bit of an older Am I the Asshole? So
Right.
if you may have read this before, it's completely possible. But we're going to go there anyway. And there's an update after. So apparently we're going to look at the update.
We love an update.
Am I the asshole for announcing our pregnancy at my brother's wedding after he proposed at mine? My brother said he was going to propose at my wedding. I told him no, that it was a day about myself and my wife, and we did not want any distractions.
Oh, he told him no.
My mom lost her shit. She said that he wanted family the night to not. What? This person doesn't know English.
It's okay.
She said that he wanted family the night not see again for a while to be part of the proposal. Oh, family to be there the night that he proposed because they're not always there.
Oh,
so like
okay.
the whole family was together.
Right,
That
got it.
sentence just made no sense.
Got it.
I said I didn't give a shit and that if he did, I would have kicked him out of my wedding. He did it anyway. And my mom said if I tried kicking him out, she would leave too. I just remember seething inside. My brother got married last weekend. Instead of a welcome to the family toast, I used the time to announce that we're having our first baby.
Oh.
To get the clapbacks crazy.
Oh.
My mom was upset, but my grandmother told her to sit down and shut up. We spent most of the reception talking to family we would not see again for a while about our coming baby. My mom says I was an asshole for taking attention away from my brother on his wedding day. Someone's the favorite.
No.
She got really mad when I reminded her that she threatened to leave my wedding if I kicked him out after he proposed. I have a screen cap of the text messages. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God. Yo, let me tell you something. As a person who goes to like 70 to 80 weddings a year, you don't propose at someone else's wedding. You don't get permission to propose at someone else's wedding. You don't ever do that shit. You don't ever take away from what's going on from the couple that is actually getting married or whatever it's about. You don't fucking do that.
Yep.
Whew. And then to combat it, there was a fake, if I'm listening to that right, if to combat that, this guy, fake pregnancy, is that what it was? Do I have that right? He literally said like it was a fake fucking pregnancy and he just announced it just to get back at him.
Wait. Okay, so let me give there's 2 follow-ups to this.
There's 2.
There's 2. I'm sorry. I apologize, people.
Holy shit.
So the update from 60 days after that original post.
60 days after.
Is, okay, so some bad news and some amazing news. Bad news, my brother figured out that we aren't really pregnant. So it was a fake announcement at his wedding.
It was a fake announcement at his wedding.
And he's livid, as is his wife. I don't really care. I know it's childish, but he started it. The amazing news, we are pregnant after all, for real. We were pregnant at the wedding, but we didn't know. Thanks again for validating my immature and vengeful nature. I guess I have to grow up now. Sorry for the short post, but I'm excited and I almost didn't post this at all.
Okay.
So he was, they didn't know they were pregnant.
Know they were pregnant. They actually were pregnant the whole time. All right. So first of all, am I the asshole for proposing at your brother's wedding or whatever? The answer is yes.
Oh yeah, you're definitely an asshole.
You're definitely the asshole.
By the way, mom's an asshole too. Can we mention that?
So she knew.
But no, mom's an asshole because So my mom got mad at me for telling my brother I didn't want him to propose at my wedding. And then when I go ahead and announce my pregnancy that isn't a real pregnancy but ended up being a real pregnancy, she gets mad at me again for the same thing he did.
Yeah, there's clearly a favorite.
So obviously you're not the favorite and your brother's the favorite.
No, you're the piece of shit.
You're the piece of shit all the time. So like, first off, Mom's the asshole. Let's start there. Mom's a big asshole because obviously you're not the favorite.
Oh my god! Why do parents make it so obvious who's the favorite?
Like, obviously he knows who the favorite is. Like, I would know. Like, I'd be like, damn, Mom, what the hell?
Parents don't realize they make it obvious. Like, I know exactly who's the favorite in my family and what. You
know who the favorite is.
Listen, parents, you make it obvious. It's not a secret. It just never said out loud, but I always say it out loud because it's funny.
Yep.
Like, I know my mom's favorite. It just is what it is. It's just the truth. But anyway, I digress.
You digress.
Yeah. So getting back at the brother with the fake pregnancy, you're kind of an asshole too.
He's an asshole.
Like you're playing, you're just like fighting fire with fire. But now you got it back because now you are pregnant. Probably a good thing. You probably wanted it to happen, or maybe you didn't. I don't fucking know. That was the first update, though, right? There was another.
There was a second update. After
all right,
that.
that's fine.
I can say it. After, because I kind of read it already, and
that's okay.
What I will say is this is just my 2 cents. I've seen video, and listen, if you talk to somebody about it and they're cool with you proposing at their wedding, cool. I'm not dissing you.
I'm kind of dissing.
To me, it's fucking lame and tacky.
It's lame.
It's really lame.
That's not how I would want to propose to someone.
I would be pissed if someone asked me. I'd be like, no, it's not about you today, dude.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about? Like, I get the idea of, I want to propose in front of family and friends I don't see all the time. Cool, that's nice. But like, it's not about you. Like, what about,
it's fucking weird.
What about, is your to-be significant other's family there too? Like, probably not,
weird, dude.
So like, you're just proposing in front of your family. It's actually selfish if you think about it.
100% it is.
So like, it's just a selfish move all around, and like, to me, the brother's an asshole. Yeah. The guy who told him no, not an asshole.
I just would not want to, like, if I was the woman, I would not want to be proposed into that way.
At someone else's wedding?
Or wait, I should just say I just wouldn't want to be proposed that way because I know things are different now and people are proposing to other people, whatever it is. That's not how I would do it.
And not only that, but to announce a fake pregnancy at his wedding
is
hilarious.
That's just, I mean, it's petty, but like,
it's petty.
To be fair, it's my level of petty.
I'm petty though too.
I'm pretty petty. I understand the petty, but I still think you're an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of an asshole.
You're just, listen, karma.
Like, 2 wrongs don't make a right type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, unless you're having a baby for some reason. You ever see like 2 ugly people make like a baby? It's usually a really cute baby, but that's just my opinion. I'm right.
I mean, like, it's true. That's why I laugh, because it is kind of true. I've seen it many times. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Listen, 2 wrongs sometimes can make a right in that situation. Not so much in this one. Yeah. So there was an update, though, right? There was a second update?
There's a second update.
Why do I feel like...
So for any of you that may still be interested, we had our daughter today. Both my wife and daughter are doing well. 9 pounds, 7 ounces, 10 fingers, 10 toes.
9 pounds, 7 ounces.
Big ass baby. My brother and sister-in-law are still pissed at me. My grandmother was the first one beside my wife to hold... I won't say their daughter's name.
That's fine.
But thank you for all your kindness and support. Happy New Year. And that was yesterday.
Oh, that was a yesterday
It was a yesterday update. That's why it came up on my feed today. So shout out to him. Congratulations on having the baby.
Congratulations on the baby, but y'all are assholes.
Yeah, I mean, the whole family's kind of assholey. You're all a bunch of assholes. But
you know what, though? At least now you know you're all a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, it's cool. You're all meant to be family.
You all canceled each other out, and hopefully you're able to move on.
That's right.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. All right, well, I guess that's an episode.
That's an episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. Obviously, Two Bald Bros podcast episode 22. If you haven't already, please throw us a like, a rating, comment, subscribe. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and then find us on all our socials. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, maybe, if it hasn't been canceled yet, and Twitter. That's where we're at. That's where we're hanging. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace out.